All right. Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing good on this. Lots of beautiful Wednesday early afternoon here in Chico. Whoops. I have audio feeding back to me because I have this on. That's supposed to be muted. That's supposed to be muted. Where is it going? Oh, yep. Okay. How do I? There it is. Okay. Cool. Still haven't got that third monitor yet. Need a third monitor to do all this this streaming stuff. All right, so I am waiting for Unity here. Anyway, lots of stuff going on. So, yeah, we're going to get back to setting up fish today. I'd say we're a little more than halfway. The larger fish are in and working. We still got some AI work to do on them to dial them in, but yeah, the setup, which is what I'm focusing on here right now, is going well. So we're gonna get back to that because one of the reasons I started streaming was to force myself to do things like this that I don't like to do. I'm a programmer by my background, and so forcing myself to stream while I do some, it basically is just helping force me do work that I don't want to do. And you guys get to watch me force myself to do work, which sounds like a fun and exciting stream, right? No. But hey, that's game development. That's game development. All right, so let's dig right back into it. Let me check chat, see if anybody has any questions or anything for me. Feel free to ask me questions or whatever as I'm streaming. Oh, hey, Steven. Good to see you. Yeah, okay. And then I got one more because I'm streaming to 3 places at once right now. So, like I said, I haven't got that third monitor, so it takes me a second to check all the spots. All right. So, what are we doing? We are setting up some mediums. We have a few more mediums left. We have one that doesn't have an emission map, so I need to, but I already set up the notes for myself to go ask Sarah to do that, to pay Sarah to do that. So this guy, so we're in the mediums, not the smalls. Why is that marked for removal? Oh, right, because I have the, Okay, so we have these and these and these and these. All these guys are set up. We do have to do the crab and the snail guys, but that's a later thing. They're more collectible than they are any type of fight. And Zach and I were kind of brainstorming what that's going to look like. Zach likes the idea of using the telescope system, which is how you're going to discover recipes in-game, bait crafting recipes, which I do understand, right? It makes more use out of that particular mechanic. But I think, I don't know, in my mind, I like the idea more of just like sort of just using them like resources, just get near them and just, pick them up. So we'll see. I think we're probably going to prototype Zach's approach first, and if that doesn't work, then we'll just default back to the just get in range and pick them up, kind of like the resources are. All right, so there's a little bit of design talk that you guys get to hear about before. Okay, so we did these guys. So we did have an updated version of, here, I'll pull this up so you guys can see that because I know I'm down over in this corner. So we did these guys. They've got all of their skins. did these guys with all their assorted skins, and none of the glows are left on. We did these guys, which are ridiculously cute. I did leave these materials on. We should fix that. So I had left the glows on. So this is a good thing that I'm going back to check. And this one, back to 0, 0. Oh man, I left all kinds of base textures glowing. So there. Whoop, there. Okay. Oh, yeah. There's that guy, and we did this guy. I will also make sure that I didn't leave anything glowing on. I don't think those are emission maps. They're just nice and bright. I'll double check though. Look, it is emissions 0, 0, 0, 0, and 0. Yeah, okay. Alright. Octopods, we got the new ones on. That's these guys, technically. Alright, and we've got these guys. And these were the guys that don't have emissions maps. So they may be harder to find, but that's okay. Maybe that's just the way it is. They're just going to be harder to find. All right. On to what Sarah called lava loaf. Look at these dumb guys. Modeled after blobfish, right? Silly looking. Okay. I wonder what she did for the swim animation. That'll be fun to see. All right, well, let's get to my setup notes here. So here is our little guy that we need to update. Okay, I'm going to turn these two off because we're going to use the updated version of the water interaction system so that the water shader gets adjusted by the fish. All right, so we're going to start by, see all the draw calls that we've got here? 1, 2, 3, 4 draw calls that we get to turn into 1. But in order to do that, I'm also going to remove, actually, I think it's this one. Yeah, you have to do them in order because they complain. And then the rigid body, I do not want the rigid body here. I want the rigid body on the base element here. Okay, so we are going to just checking chat real quick before I start focusing on this stuff. Okay, yep, all good. All right, so we are going to combine these meshes, and in order to combine the mesh, I have to add an animator component. The animator component is what my mesh combining system will use to navigate its way through this geo to find the different skinned meshes. So we're going to add the skinned mesh combiner, and the skin mesh combiner here walks through. It finds all these draw calls. We're going to reduce these draw calls to 1. All right, so now instead of having to draw the body, the eyes, the fins, and the orbs all at once, you now have 1 draw call for this entire little dude. So yay, optimization. Which I should make my students watch some of this stuff because they make some odd choices. Even though I tell them, I think I've said this before on stream, but I tell them, like, look, you have to pay attention to this stuff. You can't just like have unlimited polygons and like use mesh colliders and stuff. I tell them every time, and they never listen to me. And then they're like their games perform really poorly, and I'm like, I told you what to do. If you would just listen. It's hard though. Game development's hard. I get it. There's a lot of stuff you got to pay attention to, and it doesn't really hit you over the head as far as performance until you make a game and you're like, you do all this stuff and you're a student, you're making your first couple of games and you're like, yay, I can get it to work. And then you didn't realize, oh, it performs horribly. So, yeah, fun. All right, so we've combined the meshes. So now our little guy here, we can turn these off because we don't need these anymore. But again, being a paranoid game developer, I'm going to leave them on until I am absolutely sure I don't need them anymore. And in Unity, when you check them off, you're disable. When I disable them, they don't affect anything, and they can just kind of hang out there. The overhead for them is exceedingly low because it's not running anything. So I'll leave them on until I need them. And then later on, when it comes to ship, hopefully I remember to go take them out. All right, so we need a rigid body because we use the physics system to have our fish, to help our fish swim around. It's not, we use the physics system to kind of point the fish and move it where we want. This guy is a medium class. His mass is 20. His drag is 0. Angular drag is 0.5. Use gravity true. Use kinematic off for now. We are going to interpolate, and we are going to use discrete collision detection. Okay. We need a simple floating object. Press simple floating object. And this simple floating object needs some buoyancy coefficient of 1, the torque of 1. We're going to leave this as default. His object width is much wider than 3. So if I were to estimate using the grid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that looks like about 6 there. You know what I'll do is I'll double check that. Here's how you could double check that. You can put in a cube. 0, 0. That's supposed to be 1 cube there. It's supposed to be one of these blocks. Yes, it is. Okay. So the grid system that Unity has laid out is default to 1, but you can go in and change it. I just don't remember how. But because you can change it, I never trusted. I was like, am I really sure that that's right? Because you never know. Right? It would suck to do all this setup and then have to go readjust things. Okay. Force height offset of 0. A drag 3, 2, 1, and 0.2. And leave that off. Okay. So that's the crest simple floating object. Now we need a medium fish AI, because we have a system. This is our AI system for this guy to wander around before he is caught. It's also what we use inside of the fish tank when you collect your little guys and send them off to your fish tank. And I think the simplest thing to do is to use an existing set of medium fish AI that I know is working. Let's see, I know these guys are working. So I'm going to grab and copy this component and go over here to back here to this guy and paste these component values. Alright, so he has, using some default stuff just for testing, we'll go and we'll make custom jumps and move sets and stuff for each of the fish later. I just need to get them set up for now. That's all set up. That's all set up. He does need crossbow stick points, and so we have to add those. which we're going to do. I have it listed later. Don't I? Where's my... Yes, I do. Okay, so we'll come back around and reset that after we do all that. That's all set up. Okay. All right, so now this little guy will be able to wander around and will be catchable. And we need to do our water interaction stuff. So I'm looking for a prefab that we have made called water. Oh, we have two, right? Water object interactions for medium. I'm going to try that one. Water object interaction sphere. We have, yeah. Let's use medium. Okay, I want this guy to push the water around from his head. So that'll be what we use to push water around. Later on I can add more if I want. But for now, I think it's good enough. Okay. That's set. Yep. Okay, so now we're going to go in and we're going to modify these variables on this thing here. Let's see. So these are different. So this one has the basic, which is the old one. This one has this one, which is the newer one. I think I'm gonna use the new one. And I am gonna put a note for us that we need crest water sphere action. I need to add crest sphere water interaction variable defaults medium. Okay, and let's make that a header. Remember to do this. Alright, so we'll just leave this as defaults for now. We'll come back and change it. Although I am going to change his max speed to 70. I do know that is the same for both the new one and the old one. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so in theory that's set now. Alright, so now we're going to go in and work on his shaders. So in our little lava loaf, oops, actually I needed to go back a step and I forgot about it. We need to get this guy's actual in-game name, because the lava loaf is not appropriate for an actual shipped game. Okay, so this guy's a medium, so split fins taken, clamp jaws taken, armorfish, the turtle, the baby shark is taken, octopod, the butterfly, the long shark. That's interesting. She's calling. I'm gonna say that's a large. I think long shark is a large. I mean, that's way bigger. That's way bigger. Yeah. Okay. So long shark needs to get out of the medium category. We're going to take the long shark into a volcanic type there, which means this guy is going to be a Romano. Although I think that's more of a sharkish type name. So actually, let's do this. Let's save that name. Let's take the Romano as long shark as a large, and Lumaka will be lava loaf. Okay. So that means I'm going to rename this folder. There. And this guy is not a lava loaf, he's a Lumaka. All right. I'm just going to check in on chat, see if you guys have any questions going on. And check over here. Nope. Okay, good. All right. So that's done there. Now we need to go to his mesh or his material. This is no longer going to be that. We're making our custom fish shader, which is a shader graphs fish shader. And then we go into his textures, common, that, and an AO is that, and an emission, wait, now, is that, and a metallic smoothness is that, and a normal is that. Oh, those bumps are... Oh, right, I know about that. That's okay. It's okay, I know what that is. We'll get to that in a little bit. Okay. So that's now set. Okay. I think I'm just going to leave the smoothness. I can mess around with that if I wanted to make him drier or wetter, but we're just going to leave it at Zach's default of 0.45. That does look about right. All right, so now we go in here. We're going to go to his emission fill percent, set that to 1. Check the offset down. So he is going along the wrong axis, right? So, right, we don't want him to fill that way. We want him to fill front to back. So I'm going to take that off. And now let's see, as we do our, must be on his underside. Is that where he's, it's funny. I see it there, but it's not. It's funny. All right, well, it doesn't matter. We just need his full length. Well, let's check and see if it goes to the tail. It does not. So right around there. So just his little bumps. Which, funnily enough, will look kind of like our corruption things that go on to the kaiju. Uh-oh, did I give things away gameplay-wise? No, not yet. That we spent a lot of time working on. Okay, so we've got that going on. I'm going to need to get some coffee pretty soon, you guys. All right, so we've got that set. Then we set the emission back to 0 so that I can set his length so we go the correct way, not back to front, but front to back. So there's his emission to 0, and then adjust his length. Right, and because there's nothing up here that does anything, right? No, I mean there is, but we don't see it on anything. Well, I'll do that because I saw it somewhere on there, so I'm gonna leave that there, and it doesn't really, it's not gonna change too much, I don't think. It is weird that we don't see, she has it on the map, but we don't see anything on him. Till there. I wonder if it's like in his mouth. Oh, I bet that's what it is. I bet it's in his mouth. But he's not rigged with his mouth open, so I don't know. I'm confused then. Alright, anyway, let's just leave it at here, so it'll be fine. Okay. Now we go there to set it on. Now, you know what? I'm gonna have this be off because it's just making me nervous. And I don't want it to like, I don't want the shader to be showing something just in case. Like, why take that chance? Let's just have it so that it's there. Okay, so now we set that on. We are going to change his color, and we want this guy to be common. So his common emission is supposed to be kind of gray, which is hard to get because our base emission is white, so it kind of is hard to do. But what I can do is tone it down so that it's more gray than it is white, somewhere like that. Actually, I'm going to try and darken it as well. So, yeah, like that. Okay. And then his bright. So when he goes crazy, right? Be like, whoa, somewhere. I don't know. Let's do like 50. I think that's good. So it'd be like danger, danger. Okay. Alright, so now we just set that back to 0. And now we mess with the rain. So put the rain controller on. This is where water is supposed to be dripping off the sky. Let's see, 0.45. 0.5 is roughly what we've been doing for the larger ones. I think that looks pretty good. The speed should be actually a little slower. Actually, I'm sorry, that's faster. I think 3 is a little better there. Nice and drippy. Alright, I'm going to call that good. Okay. Okay. Alright, so that part's all done. It's done. That's done. That's done. Okay, so now we need the crossbow stick points. So when you are catching this guy, because he's a medium, whoops. You're catching this guy as he's a medium, we want... So, oh boy, so I can... Yeah. I would say somewhere off. Should it be more forward or more back? Yeah, let's do it right in his mid. Yeah. Okay, so we add 2 empty game objects. What? Okay. Well. Okay, and that is a child on number 3. And we're going to reset it so that it's relative to its parent. Zero it out relative to its parent. And we want the z-axis pointing in. This guy is rotated kind of weird as a prefab. Usually they're all, I think she was doing them down the x-axis. Oh, well, it won't. Oh, maybe that will matter. No, Z is supposed to be forward. Z is forward for all of them. That's right. I'm just being... I'm being silly. I'm not remembering. Okay, so about his y-axis, I want to rotate, because this is his left. So his left is right around there. And we need it to point in. No. I'm so smart. Alright, then we'll make one for his right. I mean, I don't really need to label these, just easier to kind of... easier to identify stuff later when you're working with trying to fix stuff and whatnot. All right, so there's his 2 crossbow stick points. They both point in. In for us is z-axis. Okay, so that's set. And those go in the splash handler, which we haven't set yet. So we need to add a splash handler. Splash handler needs water splash small, medium, and large, depending on what you're doing. Okay, it needs the skin mesh renderer that's attached to it. That's our new combined thing. Okay. And then the stick points. That was medium fish AI needs the correct stick points. Just it literally doesn't matter, but whatever. Okay, so now he references his own stick points. Okay. Needs a water drip on him. This is a prefab, so this guy's a medium. Go. We take the generator, we stretch it out. Let's have them coming. He's pretty thick, so let's have it coming down there. It should be generating from his head as well. Okay. Let's bring it out because those little flippers can generate some water. Okay, and then bring it down. Actually, let's just bring this down here. Okay. So now he's generating those. Let's turn the spawn rate down. That feels a little aggressive. There we go. Okay. That's all done. That's all done. Now we're just going to take this guy, tag him as a fish, so it is layer 2 fish. Now we're ready to duplicate. So this guy is going to get duplicated. So we have common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. Oh, because I'm here. Common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. Okay. So there are those prefabs. Now we're going to go, have to do the same with the materials. We did this one as the correct one. These are all the old ones with the URP shader. So we are going to rename this one. So that's the Maka common, and we're going to duplicate that. Go through that same process. Epic and legendary. Common, rare, and epic, and legendary. All right, now we need to go to each of the fish, each of those prefabs, and set their correct thing. So they're going to use uncommon and rare is going to use rare. Epic is going to use the epic, and legendary is going to use the legendary material. Now we just go in and change the materials with their correct things, and we'll be able to see them as we work on the different fish. So let's do the uncommon here. Here, just do uncommon. We're going to lock that so that we can go back without losing it and go set the new materials. No, materials, the textures. This is uncommon. The only thing different here is that. And then we go in, we're going to set his emission on. We're going to change his color. Let's see. Uncommon is supposed to be green. Green that I picked out is 0, 50, and 0. Okay, that's not bright enough, so we're going to turn that up. I think 15 was our previous. Base intensity, I think it could go a little better. Yeah, let's go 30. And then his danger needs to be lighter. So he goes, oh, that's not, okay, this has to get turned down. So if we go 15, there was something, wait a minute. Okay. Phew, it's still too, 8 and then 100. Yeah, okay. All right, set that back to 0, set that one back to 0. guy's done. Lock that. Rare. Rare. Using the rare. Oops, not that. I want to do that. Lock that. Go here. Go grab the texture for the rare. It's that one. It's supposed to be blue, which is 0, 75, 255. Nice light blue. Set that on. Yeah, okay. I like that one. That's good. Set that back to 0. So rare is done. Epic. Go here. Lock that. Go up to his texture. We're working on Epic. Epic needs this one. And he gets bright purple, which actually is going to look good. 255, and 0, and 255. So then we go, except that's not bright enough. Let's go 8. Pop this up to 100, and then when this guy goes, it goes. Nope, gotta bring it down. Say like 5. Man, 4. Okay, that's better. All right. So set that to 0. Set this to 0. And that's that guy done. Legendary. We go into, oops, let's lock that. Go get his, whoops, texture for his legendariness. There. This one is supposed to be gold. So 145 by 75 and 0. Cool. Done. Okay. So there's that. Now we need to test it, make sure that it's coming in correctly. So let's go to our data, our file generator, where we're going to generate these guys from. Okay, Lamaka is in here, but it's not in the right position or numbered correctly, so I got to fix that. Okay. We're going to cut that from there. Paste it down here as a placeholder. We're going to go to the Palancino. The Palancino is going to come out of the file. It's going to get moved down to here. Then we're going to take this guy and place him into here. And then, oops, I forgot to do this. Fix that. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. Okay. I'm going to grab this file, download it as a CSV, overwriting my old one, going into here. I don't even know which number I'm on now. 19. These are just, again, if If you've ever done game development, you never throw anything away. You never know when you're going to need it again. And, like, oh gosh, I lost the thing. Makes you be a little paranoid. Alright, so we're going to take this updated file. And now we have to go tell our scene, our test scene, which is from the fishing stuff. We have this demo. In the demo, I'm going to add 5 more. So common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. Go grab those new prefabs for those new fish that we just made. The maca common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. Okay. Now I'm going to tell my spawn region that I want to spawn a new one of these guys. These are fish spawn settings. So this is a fish spawn settings only Lamaka. Give me 5 of them. You are going to spawn Lamaka at 100% chance to spawn. So now take that only the Makas and say this region is only going to generate those guys. Although if I remember right, there was a bug that I have to sit down and work through because it's really weird that it is generating stuff it shouldn't be generating inside of there. Okay. I'm getting faster at this. Look at this. I did this one in less than an hour. Look at that. That's so weird that it's just that the ocean is broken. It's so odd. Such a weird performance thing. Alright. These slow, pathetic looking little Lamakas. It made more than 5 in. Oh, that's right. Because it. What? Doesn't seem to be anything here. Uh-oh. Ooh, what'd I do? What did I forget to do? What did I forget to do on these guys? What did I forget to do? Oh, what did I forget to do? Alright, let's go back to my notes. This long process of setting these guys up. Can't be water interaction. It's not that. It shouldn't be this. This is his splashing stuff after he's caught. It's this. It's the fish AI. Did I turn something off on the bobber or something? I don't think that I did. What's happening here? Oh, fun with game development. Da-da-da, 'da-da-da. 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 ' Hmm. Yeah, that's why the ocean is breaking, even though sometimes it doesn't break. Anywho, it has nothing to do with the fish and why we're not able to. Oh, I'm too close to these guys. No fish in range. Oh my gosh, because I'm dumb. There was definitely something I forgot to do, which is a very important thing, which is the collider. Duh. Gee, why won't it trigger anything? Gee, because you didn't add a friggin' collider on it. Yeah, moron. Alright. That is box collider. No, this thing needs to be much bigger. It's always hard to do this with these guys. I think this is why my students want to use mesh colliders, because you have to go in and you have to like manipulate this thing too much. But the math is so much simpler for the physics system to detect when things are inside of or colliding with, or any of these other objects. So that's why you need to do this properly. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I want the bottom one. Pull that down. Pull the top one up. Much better. And then they all need this same box collider. So I'm going to copy this component and go paste it on all of these guys. Oh shoot, and I forgot to make it a trigger, which is the other thing that you have to do. Okay. So now, let's go to uncommon. Yep, did it apply? It did. Okay, good. I was worried I would have to go mess around with the collider. That's why you do this in order before you set one up, get it all ready, and then duplicate it, so you save yourself having to redo a bunch of stuff over and over. Okay, now we should be able to catch one of these guys. All right. We gotta set his interaction point differently. Okay, we got an error. he didn't swim. Why does this generally happen? That's so weird. It only happens every once in a while. Yeah, Zach and I are going to have to look at this. He's not, for some reason, every once in a while they don't pick up on their pathing array. Let's see if we can reproduce it. I kind of wonder if it has something to do with the ocean not loading properly. No, I don't think so. I mean, it is a little suspicious. Super weird. Well, I think I feel like Zach and I have fixed that multiple times, so I'm just wondering if maybe I accidentally overwrote something. Alright, so I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. I got everything set up so this guy technically is working. It's just that weird. But he spawns, and it technically would be catchable, I'm pretty sure. So I'll have to leave notes to myself to go back and finish checking this guy's after I figure out what's wrong with that part. Alright, I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to go get some coffee because this is going to be more setup that we're going to do, because we're going to move on to, let's see, who have we done? We've done this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this one, this one, this one. This guy's next. Alright, so we're going to set up, which I started on that guy, but didn't finish. I think there was something that I was something was wrong, or I couldn't find something, so that's where we're going to start. All right, so give me 1 second. Actually, I'll check chat before I run off here and heat up some coffee. Nope. Okay, I think we're all good. Check Steam. Yep. Okay, we're all good. So I'm going to be back in like 2 seconds. No, like 2 minutes. I'm going to be back in 2 minutes to start. Yeah, doing that stuff. All right. Back in a second, okay? No, no, it's not a dev stream without a coffee break. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Okay. Oh boy. I keep complaining about this chair. I need to do something about it. Okay. So let's get back to it. Yep, got that. Okay, so we are working on this guy. Oh, he was too big. He's almost more like a large. Right? He's just. You guys are massive. Which actually, if I make him a large, it's not a terrible thing. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mediums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. That'd be 1, 2. Well, these are old, so I don't know if we'll be able to. Which ones are these? That's that guy. It's not that guy. So there's that one. That one. Sarah doesn't want us to use that one. Long shark. Large shark. Lava slug. Manta. Oh, what? Oh, what? Whoa, what the hell? What happened with this guy? Oh no. The mana rays got messed up. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh. These guys. I mean, they're rigged. The question is... Guys, teeth. Might be able to get away with it. Where's the textures? Yeah. Alright, I think we can use that guy. I think I can save him. I would like to keep that guy. So that just means that this guy... Yeah, it makes more sense for him to be a large, so I'm going to put him in the large collection. He'll be a smaller large, but it's so wide that it's more like the manta, which is going to have to get saved. Going to have to do something for the manta. Where's his? That's the rig. Blue. There's his textures. Oh yeah, I can save it. It even has emission maps. Cool. Good. can save the Manta. So disappointing that the newer ones got messed up. Not sure what happened there, but they are definitely messed up. That is, I know, not what she intended. Right, like that Geo is not that. So it's like, what happened? Look at this. He's all set up too. That's super disappointing. Maybe I can just. Oh, I can save it. I can save it. I can save it. I can save it, you guys. Boom. Yes. Yes. Okay. And we don't care about the others because we're going to make our own duplicates of that one. Okay, good. Yay, saved. Okay, so the old Manta can go away. Oh, who's trying to get hold of me? Oh, okay. Excuse me. Okay. Oh. Dentist appointment. Gotta confirm. Yay. Always fun getting your teeth cleaned. Nobody likes that. Be honest, nobody likes that. You gotta do it, right? You gotta do it, but nobody likes it. Okay. So, I should check in over here, make sure nobody's trying to get a hold of me on the other side. Okay. Cool. Don't care about that. All right. So. I think all we need now is to verify that the newer version of the clamp jaw is set up. And it looks to me like I've already done this. But I will double check. Yep. Actually, you know what, it's a quick and easy way to check. Let's go to here. Let's see what the clamp jaw prefab we're using. That's the old one. Okay, so we do need the new one. So this is clamp jaw 2. Clamp jaw 2. Oh, he needs his textures and whatnot. And did I set up? Okay, yeah, I did not. I don't think. Okay, I did do that. He is using a fish shader. So where are those? So his, yeah, so this is all his materials and then his textures. Okay, so that needs to go. What I've been doing is putting these inside of with the prefab so you don't lose them. Alright, So this is this the prefab? No, this is basic model stuff. Okay, so now the clamp jaw. These are his materials. And then his textures needs to come out here. There. So now the prefabs, materials, textures. Cool. Let's just go through the checklist. Alright, so he has a tail. He has his animator on. Should be on the rig, right? Yes, there it is. Okay. We did a mesh combine because I see the combined mesh here. He has a rigid body. Yep, set to the correct mass. He has a simple floating object. Yep. He has a medium fish AI. This looks all right to me. Oh, it doesn't have a splash handler reference. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. On the one we just did. His medium fish AI should have. Yeah. Okay. I don't think that's going to fix it, but that definitely needed to happen. Something that I forgot about. Alright, so the medium fish AI needs to have reference to the splash handler so it can create them. I think, though, that the splash handler... Ugh, does it get set in medium fish AI? Does it, like, find it itself? Let's just double check that. So... What? It should have splash handler. I guarantee that splash handler's in here. I know it is. Oh, it's in the parent. It's in the parent. Splash handler ref. And it gets a component. Yeah, it does it itself. Okay, so it doesn't need it. Okay, so that's not what I thought it was. Okay, so that didn't matter. We did not need to set that. All right, back to clamp jaw. Okay. He even has his stick points. He's got his box collider. He's got his splash handler. kind of wondering if on here, did I set up their emissions? Oh, that's so freaking cool. I love the emissions on these guys. Yes, I did. Except I didn't set... Well, did I set their color? Because that is kind of gray. I mean, obviously her base color is orange, so it makes it hard. But let's check uncommon. Aha. Okay, so I didn't do that part. So let's go back to the common. Hello. Let's go into his material. I want this to be gray, which is over in this other document where I have my color schemes laid out. So this where we start is 137, 137, 137. All right. I mean, that's as gray as I can make it, really. Might be a little too subtle. Let's just bump that up a little bit there. Okay. Common, uncommon. Uncommon. It's combined, right? That's the rig. There's the old geo. Combined geo. Shader. Yeah. This is supposed to be green, so that's 0. Oops. 0, 50, and 0. Sort of green. Let's see if we can darken it a bit. Sort of green. That is. Yeah, alright. Let's go to rare. Go to his shader here. Oh, see, I did this one. Why did I do this one, but I didn't do the others? So that's supposed to be 0, 175, 255. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's so cool. Sarah did such a good job on that part. So good. Love it. So that's rare. Then we got epic. Yeah, this is supposed to be bright purple. So that's 255, 0, 255. Oh, that makes it blue, though. Let's see if we can. supposed to be purple. Getting too blue, right? Well, purple and then purple and purple. Okay. It's not exactly what I want, but that's okay. It's still cool. Right? It's just not color coded exactly as I want. Legendary. This legendary is gold, which we are doing 145, 75, 0. That's super cool. She even did a legendary emission map for this guy. That's super cool. Okay, so that part was done. The stick points, I think, were set. So in his medium fish AI, he has his own stick points. So let's go back to common. And there. Oh, that's the wrong fish. Haha. Okay, did not do that. So go back here. Go to common. Oh, see, look. This guy has them. Okay. Okay. Huh. Okay, well. What? Why would I have... Okay. I'm very confused. Alright, well, on this guy's rig, it's on tail 2. On tail 2? Or no, it's on tail. Yeah, it's on tail. So now we have to do it for each one of them. Which again is why you... which is why you make it on one and then duplicate. So I'm not sure what I did to kind of mess that up. So one for his left, one for his right. The one on his left, be out here. Rotate it in. This one will be out here. Pointing in. So that's this now points to this and that. Okay. I gotta do it for all the guys. So there's uncommon, rare. So on his rig, on his tail, I think was it tail or tail 2? No, I don't remember. It's on his tail, his base tail. Tail. His left is like, I think it was like 90? No, 0.9. And then flipped 180. So points in. This one is 0.9. Negative 0.9. There we go. Okay. That one, that one. Then we go tell these are your stick points there. Epic. It's on the tail. Where you're going to add an empty. And we duplicate it. Give it a different name just so we aren't crazy trying to find it later. Oh, we have to put it in the right spot. This one is 0.9 and then flipped 180 degrees, so it points in. This one is negative 0.9 and it's already pointing in. Then we go tell this that you have 2 stick points there. Okay. And legendary. Duplicate it. Change its name. Then this one goes 0.9 and rotated 180 degrees. This one is negative 0.9. It was already pointing in. And then we need to go tell it to use that and that. Okay. Okay, that's now checked off. And does it have a splash handler? It does have a splash handler on it. It has all those set. They are not tagged though. Okay, so all of those new ones need to be tagged as a fish and layered appropriately. Okay. Now we go to our test scene. Go to here. Now the clamp jaw, we're going to say no, use the new ones. Common. Uncommon. Rare. Epic. Legendary. Now we'll go here. We'll go grab one of these that's mostly clamp jaw. Fine, whatever. Okay. So if we're lucky, you'll get the new clamp jaws going. Uh-oh. Oh no, they're there. Okay, that same problem reared its head. Alright, well, that's okay. I'll have to sit down and figure that out later. That's not the purpose of what we're doing here today. I want to get all these guys set up, and I know that it's a code thing, not a me setup thing. Okay, so that then means, guys, I think we have all of the mediums set up. I do need to probably get rid of those because these are the ones we're actually using. So I'm gonna put them in marked for removal. Well, let's just verify really quickly that these are the ones. Yes, those are the ones that we're generating. They are catchable. Everything's going right. So octopods go away. They are wekes. So these guys are going to be marked for removal. So octopods go in our little collection of saying, I think you guys are ready to go away. So we have clampjaw. Alright, so now we just have the larges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a bummer. I was hoping I'd have 8 of those guys. Oh, because we took the turtles, because we don't have a good answer for the turtles. Oh yeah, she didn't want us to use this, because these guys are... They have weirdness on their mesh. Yeah. Alright. So I think I'll just, for now, put him up here. Gonna save those guys. I think I saved Manta, so we're good there. Yeah, okay. Okay. The larges, Zach and I actually need to talk about because there can be some funkiness that's maybe going to go on. Oh, sorry, I missed you talking to me. I'm gonna try and Kyrina. Missed you talking to me. So pretty reminds me of butterfly. Which one? I mean, we have the butterfly one, right? Pure who? This one. We do have that one. The manta ray. The manta ray red version. Oh, where it was all messed up. Yeah, this. Yeah, it is kind of a thing that will come get you. Yeah, it's bad, but that's what it's going to be. Not so bad, not so scary. In fact, the manners are pretty nice. They're friendly, unless they have corruption on them. Which may be what's causing all the kaiju to be upset. And maybe that's your job, is to go remove the corruption from the kaiju. Maybe. Okay. So what do I do? I could just put medium on them to test, and then I'd have to remember to go in so I can get them mostly set up so we can test them and stuff and just start to use them. I guess I'll start that. All right, let's start with this guy. This poor little guy. All right, so we're going to take those off because we're not using those. Okay, we're going to combine that. We're going to take all of these components off. Oh, right. You take these components off because we want it on the base component. We don't want it on his geo. On his base component, though, I do need to add the animator. And then the animator talks to the skin mesh combiner. Make a mesh combiner, walks through the thing, and it finds all the different meshes that we want to go ahead and combine. So we're going to go ahead and combine those meshes to save us on some draw calls. So we can turn, not that, turn that off. We don't need this. Okay. So. Go back up to my checklist of things to do. I need now to add the rigid body on the base element, so we can turn these off. We're not using them. Get a rigid body. These guys have a larger mass. We went from 21 for smalls, 20 for mediums, 40. I'm just going to guess right now, since this is the first guy. I'm going to guess at 40 for large. It needs to have interpolation on and make sure it's using discrete. Okay, so that is that for the rigid body. It's a simple floating object. These are standard. Object width here is much wider. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is about 20 wide. Force height offset back to 0. And we'll leave those as defaults. We're going to go ahead and add a medium fish AI. And we need to write the large one. And I'll use one that's kind of set up and working. Yeah, I know that these guys are working. So, nope. Copy you. And paste your values. Okay. That's set up. Now the thing I forgot in the other one didn't trigger a way to catch them. It needs a box collider on it. And the box collider has to be way bigger. Way bigger. These guys are not small, in case you haven't noticed. Which is why I was like, well, this guy can't really be a medium. He's much too big for a medium. Bring that back there. Oh, wow, what a good guess I did there. This actually needs to be farther this way. Look at that. It's a massive collider. Wait till you see the kaiju. These guys aren't even kaiju class. These guys are just large. With freaking laser beams coming out their eyes. No, not yet. Not the large ones anyway. At least not yet. Okay, so there's his box collider. It has to be set as a trigger. Okay, now we need some water interaction on this guy. How small this water interaction sphere is for this guy. Let's put one there. And let's put another one up here. Kind of pushing water around. And we'll just see how that works. I may need to remove them and do a different system. We don't know yet because these guys are so big. And the kaiju have a totally different system for that. Okay, so we're going to just start there for these guys. And then both of these have here 2, a weight of 0.4, down multiplier of 0.4, object width I think we said 20, disable based on height, yes, 1 and 1, 570, that's good for now. Okay. Now we're ready to do his shader. So his shader needs to become a different type. Our new fish shader. And inside of this guy's, let's lock that. Inside of this guy's texture pack, he has a common for his albedo, his ambient occlusion, his emission. Ooh. Metallic smoothness. And his normal. Roughness. She did a roughness mat for this one. I'll have to circle back around to that. Okay. So next, go over to the fish shader setup. Okay. I'm just going to leave it at 0.45. No need to mess with that. All right, we're going to go to his emission percentage. Bump that up. Okay, yeah, we need to. Whoa, he's gonna super glowy. Okay, so we reduce that down. We set his emission. Oh, right. Okay, so we set this to 1. Yeah, so we go here. Set this off. Set his length. Oh, okay, we did something wrong. Okay, let's start over here. We're supposed to have his emission on. Oh, we set it all the way down. That's what we do. We go down to the end. Down to the end. Make sure that it finishes. Set his emission back to 0, and then set his length so that we are done here. Yeah, okay. Okay. So there's that. Set this on. This needs to get toned way down. Color to decrease to 137, 137, 137, 137. So it's gray, but even then I would like to be more gray. Yeah, there we go. Gray. And then his danger mode, that's too high. Let's half that. That's still too high. Oh man, that is blowing it out. There we go. Okay, reasonable. Okay, set that back to 0. Mess with the rain. This is going to be totally unknown. So we gotta mess with this. So that's way too small. So we went a roughly like 20% increase. So if I do another 20% increase, it would be 0.6. Nope, that's the wrong. That was speed. Well, let's do that there. We went down from 1.5 to 0.45. So let's do like 0.25, 0.25. No. 0.45, 0.45. And then the speed. No. 0.8. 6, 4, 3. Yeah, I like that better. Right, because it should go slower because he's so big, right? So in fact, let's actually go to 0.2. Or even worse, 0.1. Yeah. And then let's actually... Oh, 0.7, 7. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Okay. So we're done with that. Set that back to 0. Okay. So that's all done. We go back over here. His actions are set. He needs crossbow stick points now, and probably more than 2. Right, so where are we going to stick the crossbow on this guy? I'm going to say it's on his shell. So that's from his neck. Oh, really? Oh, she did individual. I see. Oh. could just stick you on the tail. We could do that. In fact, that's probably the best thing to do for now. We'll see how it goes. So, like, this is brand new. We haven't done any large class fish yet. We've done small, mediums, and kaijus, but we haven't done any large. Because really, large are just going to be an extension of what we're already doing in medium. Okay. I'm going to probably have to wrap up in about a half hour, you guys. I have a doctor's appointment I need to go to. All right, so let's just add... I mean, tail tip, really, all it is, has nothing on it. It's just a transform. That's really all I need with a crossbow stick point. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to tell the fish AI to stick to that point. So it's not going to have that. It's only going to have that. Right, so is that one? Yep, okay. You have one option to go to. Okay, so now he needs a splash handler. And splash handlers are small and mediums and larges. You're using that skin mesh renderer. Okay. Now you need a water drip, which is a prefab. This one. Okay. I'm just going to have it generate from the shell. Well, this could kind of come out a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Spawn rate. That's fine. He's a big dude. Yeah. Alright, we'll just leave it as is. Okay. He has to be tagged correctly. He's got to be layered correctly. Then can officially duplicate this guy, right? Yep. Okay. So this is this guy. Uncommon, rare, epic, legendary. Oops. Okay. So these guys, I need their correct materials on them, which I have to duplicate. This one, which let's rename it to the proper name. Delisvans. Actually, let's just make it easier on ourselves. Nope. Nope. Ha. Wow, my mouse is being crazy. Actually, that doesn't matter because we are going to duplicate this one. So that's why I wasn't doing that. Uncommon, rare, epic, legendary. Oh, oh, what just happened? It like somehow moved them. Common, rare, epic, and legendary. Okay. Let's go and apply those onto their correct guys. So this guy's here goes to the uncommon one, the one we just made. Rare. It's going to go to the rare version of the one we just made. Epic, obviously. Guess what? Goes to the epic version of the thing we just made. And legendary. What are you doing, Unity? What the... Oh, because I'm in the materials. That's what we're trying to do. Go here, and you are the legendary material that we just made. Now we can go change those materials to have their correct textures. She has a whole other set of these. That's very interesting. But I think, in theory, all I'm doing is changing that. So if I go back here and look at the uncommon we just changed. Yep. All we're doing now is turn the glowing on, change the glowing color to the correct uncommon indicator, which is green. So that should be 0 and 50 and 0. Oh yeah, I like that. That's really good. And then, look how cool that is. It's freaking cool, man. All right. So that's uncommon, rare. Go to the rare one here. Textures, rare. You get that one. Rare is supposed to be a nice light blue. It should be 0 and 175 and 255. Which says, oh yeah, that's sweet. Oh yeah, whoa, danger. Gosh, these look awesome. Okay. Sarah did such a good job on these. Epic. is epic material. Lock that and go to the textures. That one. And you get this bright purple 255, 255. Oh, that's sweet. And last one is legendary. Here, here, lock that. Go grab his texture map. Legendary is gold, which is supposed to be 145, 75, and 0. Gold. Oh, that's rain. Yeah, that is sweet. Love it. Okay. So now, in theory, I have these guys set. Take this off here. Common, uncommon, rare. Whoops. Common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. Now, go over to our fish generation. We have our first larges going in. I have to look at what this guy's supposed to be. Oh, he's Delsvan. I already know. I already renamed him. So is he in Delsvans? Are they in the data folder? Delsvans. I don't think so. So I have to add. Okay, so these guys can actually come out because I have Delis fonts here. Okay. That's not right. The description's not right. That's going to have to get changed because these guys are not going to be fast moving. That's okay. Actually, what I have to do is paste these guys down here to go here because I don't want to lose these guys because I may want to rewrite this later. They're going to go down here. Oh, darn it. These guys are going to go here. Here. And then they are large. Okay. Common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. The other larges. Yeah, I like this description. I'm going to borrow this description and change it. Sorry, this isn't exciting for you guys to watch, but I'm updating data descriptions so that when you get your kaiju decks to look at what you've caught and get descriptions about them and hints about how and where to find them, that it's the other large fish. And gotta update all that. Okay. Okay, that's... Oh, no, I forgot to do this. 76, 7, 78, 79, 80. Look at that. We're up to 80 fish you guys can collect. And you thought you had fun collecting loot boxes. Okay, so that's done. And now we're going to download this CSV file. Over here. Let's just override the old one. Yep. And I'm going to be pedantic about this, even though it's probably silly. The good news is it takes up almost no space for me to be pedantic and just not always have backups of all the different versions of the base file that I use to generate all the fish. But you never know. You never know. Okay, so that is set. So that means I can go back to, yeah. I can go back to demo and say I've got more prefabs for you to load. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go grab our new Delisfon. Say common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. Okay. Now I just have to generate them. So we're going to go here. We're going to make fish spawn settings. Fish spawn settings only. Delisfons. And here, that 100% chance. That. So this region is going to generate me 2. Only Delisfons. Okay. Because these guys are going to be massive. I wonder if I could do only one. Well, it's... I mean, in theory, there's no reason I can't. Alright, let's just see. Alright, let's see what breaks. Okay. See how the ocean now, like, I didn't touch or do anything, and now it's just working? This is stupid. Well, there is one Delisfons. Look at that. He's pretty big. Got to adjust his spot where he goes to bite. What? Oh, he did the same thing again. Okay, well, it's generated, right? He's off. Where's he going? Oh, I quote unquote missed him, so he went away. Okay. Well, it's generated, so it works. Now we have to write like the AI and stuff for the large version, but we are generating, so good. Okay. And I think this is a good spot for me to get ready to sign off here. I've got got to eat before I leave. So, yeah, we got a lot done today. We finished out the mediums. We are started on the large setups. So after that, we only have 1, 3, 4, 5 of them roughly to do. Yeah. So we are on the home stretch for setting up the fish. Finally. Finally. All right. Thanks for joining me, you guys. Appreciate you guys coming checking it out. If you're interested in, you can follow along with more developer streams. I'll be streaming every Wednesday and every Friday is when I can. If I'm not going to be able to stream on either one of those days, I will put an announcement in our Discord server. So feel free to join our Discord server. I'll drop a link into the Twitch chat here real quick. Ooh, where did that go? Oh, I closed it. Oh, okay, so I'll open it back up again. 1 second. I'll drop it into the chat here real quick. So feel free to jump into the Discord, and you can get announcements for when we stream. Zach, I see Zach is in the chat. Hey, Zach. You haven't seen the turtle? Yeah, he looks awesome, dude. His emission maps are sweet. Yeah, so this is going to be really good. If we got to figure out how we're going to catch those guys, and that same error keeps popping back. I think you said we fixed it, but we'll have to have a co-working time where we sit down and just check that out. All right, so yeah, so thanks for checking it out. You can feel free to wishlist kaiju fishing. Would sure help us out. Put that into chat as well. And yeah, we hope you join us next time. I think I'll be able to stream on Friday. If not, I will put up an announcement, okay, in the Discord. So be sure to join us. All right, thanks a lot, everybody. I'm going to take off, and I will see you hopefully on Friday.